Okay, the next one screwed me up, and you know it. It screwed everyone up. It screwed the whole internet.
Yeah, I didn't watch this, but
okay, you didn't watch it. Maybe we can play it in the corner. Jack's gonna give it. We're gonna get a little glimpse. I don't know. We have to watch the whole thing. Let's just get a glimpse of it in the corner over here. And we don't actually. I don't even think we need audio because I can narrate it because I watched it. So, lady comes down the stairs. She's a mother. It appears there's a young child there. It's snowing outside. We imagine it's Christmas. She's covering her eyes. She uncovers the eyes. You got to pause it. She uncovers the eyes. She sees the exercise bike. It's a Peloton bike, okay? Will, you don't understand. It's a startup, monthly service, big money, billions of dollars evaluation. Big business. You're riding the bike. You're watching. The person is telling you, go, spin class, go. In the monitor, there's a giant screen on it. You buy the bike, but then you get the subscription. What is it? $50 a month, something like this, starting. And you're going to these classes in your own house. I just felt I had to cover that. Most people have heard of this thing, but I felt I had to cover that. So they do this holiday commercial, and they're taking all kinds of weird heat. It's weird heat because people don't even know what to be mad about other than the fact that the whole thing feels strange. So she comes down the stairs Christmas morning, uncovers her eyes, and the husband has bought the lady, he bought the wife, presumably, the exercise bike. Now, already some people are offended. Some people are offended right at this point right here. That's offense number one. I didn't really pick up on the offense number one, but it could be because I'm not a lady. And could also be that I got the healthy physique already.
Yeah, you're a squirrelless figure.
So the initial complaint here is, why is this dude buying her an exercise bike? She should make that choice, I guess. Maybe this is something we should all know as guys who don't buy a Peloton bike. I don't even see the issue. If you want to buy me one of these bikes, I'll take it.
Maybe they can share it.
I'm not going to be offended. Would you be offended?
No.
You don't think someone's calling you fat if they got you an exercise bike?
No, I don't think so.
Well, anyway, that's
like not my first thought.
Not mine either. But apparently that's a thing that some people on Twitter, and their initial response was, this lady is slim and trim and it's Christmas and she's happy, and this dude's throwing a bike at her like, hey, hop on the bike. Get to work. Get to work.
Right.
So that was the first criticism, but that's not the one that stands out to me. She immediately starts vlogging or doing Instagram stories, but people said she looks terrified. Which I kind of agree she looks terrified, but I don't know.
Very unsure,
but maybe that's what they were asking for in the brief, because
I don't know about this. I'm trying this new thing. There's someone staring at me, yelling at me.
Why didn't they get you for the commercial?
I'm just pitching.
You see how believable that was?
Yeah.
They should have got you, Willie. Dude, I would have. You know how many of these things I would have bought if it was you right there?
Yeah, I know.
You come downstairs Christmas morning.
Boatload.
You lift your, you open your eyes.
I'm just vlogging.
You're vlogging. Yeah. Man, I'd buy so many of those if that was the commercial.
I wouldn't look like her, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's not the commercial, but so she's vlogging and you cut, and there's this uncanny thing. You cut to her camera and it continues, and she just keeps vlogging. She's coming home from work. She's vlogging again. This time she's vlogging in portrait mode. Then she's vlogging in bed, though that one, she's definitely not holding a camera. So, especially the way it dropped in with the edit, this one I think doesn't make the pitch as well that it's her smartphone and she's doing the recording. And it seems more like a commercial. But she's lying in bed. She says, 5 a.m., let's go back to it. But she doesn't seem all that happy about it. Or real. She doesn't seem very real. But anyway, continue. And she's on the bike. Now she got some form going. She's still scared. She's still terrified. At this point, you feel that she has been doing this for a while, but she's still terrified. And the dude in the back is yelling, let's go get back on the bike. You see, he's the instructor. That's how this thing works. There's an instructor on the screen yelling at you. That's what you pay the subscription for.
I thought he was John Cena there.
It's not John Cena. They can't afford, well, maybe they can. They can definitely afford John Cena. They can definitely afford John Cena. But I don't think that's John Cena.
No, Just
I don't
looking
even know if
closely.
John Cena would want to do it. Does he even want to go on a bike?
No.
No. So, okay, you can continue now. So she still looks terrified. She's still vlogging or at least posting to stories. And this is where it gets real strange. In 30 seconds, how strange can it be? Now she's on the TV.
Who's watching her?
She is. She's watching her. She's watching herself on the TV, which if you were posting this to stories, it's very unlikely that you would go back a year later. So presumably this is a year later now. I believe they say something in the dialogue where we're a year deep and they're on the couch and she's got the husband there. And they're watching her clips that she recorded throughout the year of, I can't believe it's been a year. I'm a whole new person because of this bike. And they're reviewing the clips that she recorded over the course of the year.
Are they trying to see her process or something?
On the following Christmas.
Yeah.
So she was recording these clips to revisit a year later with her husband who bought the bike. And people don't like that either because they say, first of all, he bought the bike like chop, chop, whatever the implication is that people have on Twitter. And then the follow-up a year later, okay, what's the progress? Yeah. Hey, I'm not saying, that ain't me. I'm saying on Twitter.
Yeah.
Because people on Twitter, there's so much noise going, there's so many takes. It's all the takes. For me, the most uncanny thing about it, outside of that particular criticism, she still looks terrified right there.
Her brows are always
she still looks
sad,
scared, and he is very satisfied. Yeah, anyway, the internet loses their mind as it does in general. And everyone has their own takes on this. People are criticizing various aspects of it. You can read all about it. For me, because I'm in the social media space, obviously, posting videos, the weirdest part is just the way video is moving around within it. What is shot on the phone? Who really puts it on the TV? Where are you posting this? Is this going on her public story, or is she just cataloging this for her husband later? For herself, privately? Because do humans do that? Do they shoot videos for themselves like a diary to watch later? Or are we to believe that this is all going on social media along the way, and then they're rewatching her social media a year later, which I don't think people do that. I've never done that. So there's all these strange production questions that I ask as a person who posts videos on social media. It just feels hard to pin down what they're telling me here.
Did Peloton come out with some sort of statement?
No, they did not respond. No statement. And that gets me to my next part. Was it all intentional? Because we're talking about it. We're talking about Peloton now, and there's no way they're going to make it on this show.
Yeah.
Even though people are saying the ad itself is making people lose their minds. Was it programmed in such a fashion to make us lose our minds? Did they rewatch it and say, oh, people are going to go crazy when they see this. They're going to have to talk about it. Because as you know, well, more people just end up finding out about this bike and saying, I wouldn't mind getting on a bike. I don't look like her, but I wouldn't mind getting on a bike.
Is this really a commercial, though?
This is their big holiday commercial.
Their intent is to confuse people?
2.3 million views on this commercial on Twitter, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. What does the YouTube clip have? The gift that gives back. 1.2 million. And they only have 14. Look at the thumbs down. Look at the thumbs up and down. People stinking hate it. Isn't it weird? You can't even pin down what's wrong. Well, you just watched it. What's wrong with it? Oh, they disabled comments as well. What do you see as being the most wrong with it beyond the fact that it has some sort of bizarre tinge to it?
This doesn't make me want the bike. It doesn't sell me, the purpose of this. Trying to share, her progress. It's like, I wouldn't expect this, but I kind of think it's kind of hilarious. It's funny. It's funny to talk about.
It is. So maybe that's look, but could they be that genius to throw something so strange out there? I don't know. They have a board advisors and investors and billions of dollars. Will, I just can't imagine them all approving of this cryptic play in which they were going to trick the whole internet into talking about. I can't picture that. So for me, it seems like more of a
misstep.
Well, just an
Like a
unintended
genuine-
outcome. I
Right.
think maybe the way they perceived us watching it was just as the straight up story. She gets a Peloton bike and is happy with it a year later.
It's supposed to be feel good.
I think that's the goal. But the problem comes in with the vloggy stuff because now we're merging worlds of user-generated content in a commercial atmosphere. So now she's the influencer or the vlogger or whatever it is, but we're seeing an actress play an influencer, not an influencer play an actress. And I feel this is really screwing people up on social media who are used to influencer content. They sort of know what vlog-style content looks like. And then this one ends up feeling like a corporation doing vlog-style content with storyboarding and costume and set design and all the rest of it. And so something for us feels off because it becomes neither. It's neither a corporate commercial vibe and look and feel or an influencer piece.
Right.
So then you're just left confused, sort of, in a space of what vortex have I entered?
Right.
What realm am I in? Which dimension is this? It's what about when Homer Simpson's walking on the grid? Remember that? And all the rules change.
Yes.
Do you remember that episode?
When he becomes 3D.
Is that the best episode of The Simpsons?
It's up there.
It's a Halloween one, and he goes into the real world, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but that's not the coolest part. The coolest part is when he's on the grid.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's my favorite episode, I think, looking back. At least it's one of the memorable ones. But yeah, so look, there's a lot of comments on Twitter if you want to go read. People hate it. They really hate it. They are motivated to give it a thumbs down. Here's someone's comment, Clue Haywood. Look, I don't want to be the Peloton ad guy anymore, but the newest commercial about the vlogging 116-pound woman's year-long fitness journey to becoming a 112-pound woman who says, I didn't realize how much this would change me, is ridiculous. Come on. That's the sentiment. If people are saying, or at least they're perceiving, what is her journey? What is the journey? But I don't think it's a weight loss. From their perspective, I think it was honest. I'm just guessing. I'm speculating. But I don't think they were trying to say that she needs to lose weight or that the husband's saying she needs to lose weight. I think it's she wanted to get athletic and participate in the fun of it, let's say. Not, I don't know. I think that's what the pitch is, that it's a hard thing. You're there, they're screaming at you in the cycling with the spinning.
It is motivating.
It's hard to do,
Spin
right?
class.
If you're going to do that every morning, it's hard to do. You're tired, and I don't think it always has to just be a thin and a fat thing when it comes to fitness.
No. Just being active.
Being active,
Being
getting your heart
inclusive.
rate up,
Yeah.
right? There's plenty of thin people who they don't get the heart rate going.
No. Like me.
And there could be individuals who are a tiny bit heavier who do get the heart rate going. There's a wide variety. It's a spectrum to it. Anyway, go watch the thing for yourself. You come to your own conclusions. You let me know over here in the comments.
Do you like the fact that Peloton didn't
Respond?
respond in
They
any
can't.
way?
They're not going to respond.
Are they too embarrassed, you think?
No,
or-
they're huge. People don't realize how successful Peloton is. When they made their own bike, like they were just a spin shop. They were a gym thing that you went into. When they made their own bike and got the subscription business going, they exploded. Like, let me give you a quick.
Do you think
I'm
they
gonna give
like
you a
this?
quick evaluation right now. A quick valuation. $4.15 billion evaluation. An exercise bike with a service attached to it.
Yeah.
It's like some Netflix stuff going on. Yeah. I'm telling you, it's huge. And the model is crazy because you got this big bike sitting there that relies on a subscription service, which is costing you $50, $60 a month. Who are you paying that kind of dough? Your cell phone company. That's it. Maybe for gas. Maybe to heat the place.
Yeah.
You got your bills go like that, then you got the bike.
Yeah.
The bike bill. It's big time, Will. So they can't be on there mixing it up on social media. They just put the thing out.
So they don't even care.
No, man. They go,
Okay.
I mean, they might care. Somebody might get fired, depending on what the backlash actually leads to. But they're not going to come out and mix it up on social media and say, here's what we really meant. And they're not going to mix it up. It's too big to be mixing it up like that. And it's understandable why. They may just take this into consideration the next time they go and put a commercial out, a holiday commercial. Now, time will tell what the effectiveness of this is. We see a bunch of Pelotons popping up. But I got to say, there's got to be a lot of husbands that were thinking about getting this, that now see this backlash, and they're like, I'm not getting in that mix up.
Yeah.
Because when they see the backlash on BuzzFeed and whatever else of you do not buy a woman what are you trying to say, you jerk? Now they realize, oh, I can't even play in that space. It's too risky. They realize the risk that you and I didn't even realize out the gate.
Yeah.
We were like, it's kind of cool. It's an exercise bike. I don't know. It's kind of cool. But then again, you and I were out of touch. What are we doing?
But it's also something that you can share, like the exercise bike. Like it's.
No, I know. That's too obvious though, Will.
Yeah.
You see, in Hollywood, it never goes like that.
No.
In Hollywood, the gift, they always bugged me. In Hollywood TV shows and stuff, somebody would get a car as a gift with a bow on the front. Does that ever happen in real life? Who buys a car like that? There's a bow. I mean, it obviously happens, but that's some fringe stuff. Mm-hmm. The bow and the license plate is personalized, and sharing never happens in Hollywood. There's no sharing allowed. Everything belongs to an individual in Hollywood. Because that's the epitome.
Right.
You got to have all your own things. In your own room, don't touch my things. It's part of the character development.
Yeah.
You're trying to like carve out.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of this might not be true.
No room for sharing.
This is just something
No, it's interesting. It's an interesting thought.
I don't think you share in Hollywood. Yeah. But I'm just talking. Yeah. These are just noises. You might be able to interpret them, you might not. But this commercial is probably uninterpretable. So go give it a shot yourself. Maybe you see the deeper meaning. Maybe there's a deep message in there that none of us, it's affecting us, it's hitting us, but we don't really even see it. There's cryptic. Yeah. There's actually text in there that is flowing to my eyeballs without me even seeing it. The fact that she's terrified throughout the whole thing, what am I supposed to process? It's very exciting.